Hi everyone, I just want to preference that this video is for somebody who has never bought yarn before. If you bought in yarn before, just look down below this video and you'll see all the information that you need. So let's begin. So the first thing is, where do you buy yarn? Personally, I buy from Michaels. You can buy yarn from Hobby Lobby, Joann's, or Walmart if you don't want to go to Michaels, but for me, like, I feel like Joann's doesn't have the best selection. Hobby Lobby can also get kind of expensive, and my Walmart is kind of bad for yarn, so it's really up to you where you want to try out, but Michaels is probably your best bet. So let's say you go to the store, you kind of need to, like, you get to the yarn section, there's quite a bit there, so you kind of need to know what you're looking for. So you're going to look for a kind of thinnish yarn like this. It's about like that sizing. And you'll kind of go up to it, and you're not going to know right away what size it is, because how could you? But basically, you'll go to the front of the yarn. It's probably going to have like some kind of name or face, and then you're just going to flip it over to the back. And on the back, it's going to have a crochet hook, and it's going to say the size. So for example, this one's 5mm. In the video down below, she uses 4mm. I just had 5 on me, so that's what I bought. But it's really up to you. You can use 5, 4.5, or 4. Just stay within that range. Don't go like to 3 or 6. So this one's 5. It says H/8, and that's basically, this in parentheses is basically the size of the hook with the, like, the category, I guess. Like, they have different names for the hooks. It's a 5mm hook. This is what the yarn is meant for. So you're going to look for that. On the front, it also has it, but I personally don't like looking at the front because on certain yarns, this is a tag from like an old yarn I bought, it says 5mm, but it's actually not the correct size for the yarn. It's the size they're using for this scarf, because on the inside they give you a tutorial. So that's why you always want to flip to the back. And on this one, it's kind of different looking. It has knitting needles, but you only want to look at the crochet hook. And for this yarn, it's 5.5, bigger than what we want. So that's kind of how you see the sizing. Just look to the back, look for the hook, see the 5. You also need to buy a crochet hook. This one is a 5mm, obviously, and when you're buying a crochet hook, a lot of times it won't actually say 5mm. It will just say like the letter that corresponds. So this one's H/8 for 5mm. If you're gonna buy 4mm or anything, just Google like crochet hook sizing, alphabet almost, and you can look around, and there's like a chart that will pop up, and you can kind of see, okay, 4mm is this or something like that. Another thing we should cover is what type of yarn you need to buy. So this is 100% acrylic, and the reason why we're using 100% acrylic is because it's the cheapest. Like, this whole ball of yarn was like maybe $4. So yeah, just don't be spending like $10 for one thing of yarn. Like, there's no reason why you should do that. Like, I would say $5 would be the most you need to spend on one thing. So another thing we need to talk about is the colors that you'll need for the hat. So you obviously need a green for the hat. This one is 285 yards. I'll probably have extra, but it's better to have more than enough than not enough. So just get, like, I think this is a good size. Like, yeah. You need like a green. It can be like a dark green, it could be a light green. Heck, if you want your frog to be blue, just know this is your body. You also need a black and a white. Now, these are quite big. I couldn't really find like small versions of like the black and the white, so I just had to buy like the big versions. Of course, both of these are just like $4, so it's not like it's horrible. So just be prepared that you're gonna have like a lot of extra yarn for certain things. Now, an optional part of the hat is the frog's cheeks. If you don't want to spend that money, you don't have to. I did. This yarn was actually on sale for like $2, so it was actually quite a steal. And it's just the same size as, you know, the other one. It's 5mm. It's all good. And yeah, so know that that one's optional. Altogether, it wasn't too expensive. So yeah, just know what you want to buy when you go there.